Gentlemen, welcome. Please find a seat and relax. We have a lot to discuss.
Welcome one and all, I am DC.
And I'm Casey.
And we are two goddamn gentlemen bringing you this time of the month and this time every future month a celebration of all things being third-tier humans behind men and trans women. KC, it's finally that time of the month again. You know about the Patreon and two goddamn gentlemen, of course, blah, blah, blah. You're here. You get it. KC, what are the goddamn gentlemen in for tonight?
Controversy, DC. Both beautiful and very much not.
I believe the very much not part. That's certainly
I know who you're featuring, so that was just an assumption. They're in store for quite the treat of ladylike behavior, I would say.
We've never disappointed. I don't think we've ever brought somebody in that wasn't ladylike. Maybe Typhoid Mary. She was gross, but
how dare you?
She was super gross, but what an undeniable lady we've got an update for. We teased it on last week's episode from episode 33. Go back and listen. Amberlynn Reed, KC, is not dead from cancer yet. I don't know if it's progressed. Yeah,
honestly, like what a run. What a run she's on.
And she's never been on a run, Casey. Let's be honest. Not once has she been on a run, but she is still making she is still making YouTube videos. And go ahead. She explains the purpose of this this game here.
I'm going to be answering more extreme personal questions. It is the party game that breaks all boundaries.
Kind of like your waistline. Kind of like that. Casey, video 2, this is the teaser. Let's revisit the teaser real quick.
What is a recent negative thought you have had about your body while you were naked?
Let's not all take stabs at it. You know what I mean? She probably knows.
That was pretty...
What would you think, Casey, is a negative thought she's had about her body while naked? Imagine you looking like her, being naked in front of a mirror.
Actually, her first negative thought was about her mirror, which was, well, that's not nearly wide enough.
She's like, well, at least I didn't get wider. I'm always just 3 feet wide. This is great.
I am still taller than I am wide. I am still taller. It's close, but I am still taller.
I hate how my neck to my side leg is all just flat. I hate that. Both sides of me. It's just so weird looking. Oh, Lord. Yeah, so she goes on to explain herself. Like, she answers the question. She does a good job of answering all these pretty candidly, as we'll find out.
And that's a super easy answer. I hate my body. I hate it for more reasons than you guys probably think.
Yeah, no shit, because you can, what's under the crevices and stuff.
That's
right. We have no idea. Of course you hate it more for reasons we don't know about and hopefully we'll never know about.
Yeah, it's like people walk down the street and they look at me like, that guy probably doesn't like that he's overweight. They have no idea about the erectile dysfunction, you know?
They know. So Amberlynn gets a little bit more specific, as to negative thoughts she's had about her body. Go ahead and next clip.
It's obvious that I hate my body because of how big it is, but I also hate it because I have lymphedema. I have scars on my body because I pick scabs. Wow. I feel so embarrassed.
Good. That is the right emotion. That is the right emotion to have. Embarrassed.
If she gets another feeling right away, it'll be the second run she's ever been on.
Yes, and and it's amazing to me that like she can be so gross outside of her fatness. Like picking her scabs is just that would be gross on a skinny person too. So that's why I don't feel so bad.
And not only is she picking scabs, she's picking them enough to get scars from it.
Yeah. That which is like anyway. I think the puppet, reflected my.
Yeah, what is that from, by the way?
Team America. That's Gary.
Okay.
That's Gary in the alleyway.
I haven't seen that since
after the bar.
Middle school, maybe. Yeah, it's been a while.
But you guys are all seeing it. I don't have to explain what the puppet's doing to you guys. It's a bonus episode.
The bonus show.
The fuck are you getting the audio for this for? Casey, I think this is the question that like everybody really was hoping Amberlynn would answer.
Ooh. Take a stab at that first. Questions everybody thought she would answer. What was the prognosis?
Yeah, what don't you like to eat? What's on your no list? Well, there's salad, there's kale salad, there's Caesar salad. I could go on and on.
All right, let's see what it was.
What has been your most explosive bathroom experience lately? What? Honestly, it has to be back in December when I got really sick. I got a 24-hour stomach bug.
So that's what Amberlynn has been up to since December.
Jesus Christ.
Thank you for cataloging that, darling.
Yep, that's just gross.
Yeah. So
not the Team America part. That was way more delightful.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Oh, DC. I have a lady that I really enjoy, and some honoraries that I enjoy just as much.
Okay, so, good. I cannot wait.
It's time. It's time. Let's launch right into this.
Okay.
First, let's meet the lady through some social media history.
I was in an abusive relationship. I was hit in the face.
It did not happen. There was no domestic abuse.
So this is Nicole Arbour. Now, Nicole has fallen out of fame recently, a bit. She's still got a decent following, but the content is not good.
Okay.
She's well known for that particular scandal. That guy's name is Matt, and he is a...
Oh, bullshit. That guy's name is Matthew. Or Maddie. Holy shit.
He has a huge following. Like he was like one of the biggest Periscope people originally. Like,
oh my lord.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, Periscope. Imagine being top on Periscope.
I think I've used that one time, and I think it was because Joe Rogan was doing something on Periscope, and then I was like, "Oh shit, he's on YouTube." Okay, delete. I never went back to Periscope again. But this guy's got a huge following. You mean like he's got over like 500 followers?
I think it would be even more than that, DC. Wow. She said at one point, I think
Good
she
for
had
him.
200 million likes or something on Periscope.
Oh,
so,
Lord.
They blew up.
Mm-hmm.
She was well known for that, but honestly, fuck that guy. Like, if she's hitting you,
good.
First off, yeah, like,
yeah.
fine. And
it's a woman. It's fine. For a while,
maybe break up with her. Definitely don't cry about it. And if you do, don't put it on the internet.
No. Just hit her in the face with your dick.
So, a lot of people in like the pop culture world that would be a follower of hers would imagine that her being featured on a show like this would lead to me talking a lot about that. No, who cares? Fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck that.
Let's talk about all the fun stuff. DC, the real juice of her career has been controversy, as I teased at the beginning of the show. She loves to create videos. Her top 3 videos on her YouTube channel are titled Dear Blank People, with 3 different words filled in for each title.
Okay.
Right? So she likes to be controversial,
Mm-hmm.
but sometimes may contradict herself by accident, like what happens in this clip.
Fat shaming is not a thing. Fat people made that up. That's the race card with no race.
Yeah, but I couldn't fit into a store. That's discrimination.
No. That means you're too fat and you should stop eating.
So, fat shaming doesn't exist, but she did it. Now, first off, fat shaming's great. I fat shame myself all the time. But fat shaming is not real. Oh, you can't fit through a door? Well, no kidding. You're way too fat. You should eat less.
Yeah. See? Doesn't exist at all.
Now, don't worry.
You fat fucks.
She eventually did come around to it.
Fat shaming. Who came up with that? That's fucking brilliant. Yes, shame people who have bad habits until they fucking stop. Fat shaming.
Oh, figured it out. Good job. She invented it, basically.
Nice.
Now-
Okay, I got an idea. Annoying bitch shaming. Let's go. Right
Just
back at you.
Already started. DC, she really dives deep into this video. And by that, I mean she doesn't skim the surface. She lists off things that make people fat, like food. She lists off a few places where they could be fat, like the grocery store or the airport. She does all of this in a tone that would lead you to believe that it's really interesting, but it isn't.
Wow. Cool.
Yeah.
Good talent.
It's kind of like, and you guys don't understand that what you're doing is dangerous for your body. Here's a cutaway clip of me saying something stupid. You know? Like, and it's like, well, that was 15 seconds of you saying words. I did notice that part. But the words themselves meant nothing. So, DC, that one I thought didn't land that well, but
Sure.
she tries again.
Sure.
And she comes out swinging like any lady would.
Dear black people,
Oh.
that don't you is what too many of you are having to say to the fucked up police. Oh, you thought I was going somewhere else with that?
Well, no, but this could be interesting. Let's find out if it is.
Mm-hmm.
To act as my insurance policy on this video, I mean, to join me in this video, my friend LaToya!
White girls love black penis, they want the tan skin, they want the weed, the big titties.
It did not turn out to be interesting.
I'm so confused. Yeah.
So-
She really does make stupid shit seem like it's going to be interesting.
That's right.
Like, because, you know,
That's
she's attractive. So, you know,
She
you
is.
give her the benefit of the doubt at least a little bit. Like, you want to like agree and be like, "Oh, this is nonsense. This is so stupid what you're
bad.
saying right now."
It's really bad.
It's so much easier when they have like a whole fat thing around them, like Amber Lynn Reed. It's very easy to see the terribleness right away. Right away.
It really smacks you in the face with her. You got to listen for a second, just 1 second, but you do have to listen. DC, let's get away from her content because it's a pile of shit. It's like Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Some of it, like the worst of it's really easily shit upon, and all of it can be made fun of, but no one wants to put into time because it's not interesting enough.
Right. It's just boring as shit.
So let's get into some real controversy that she's gone.
This is gonna suck. This is gonna suck because I have people telling me on my team that I actually have to get ahead of something and tell you guys a story of something that happened today, which I wish I never had to do, but I have to. I have to do this. So,
Yes.
Now-
The obligatory press
Get out in
conference.
front of it.
Yes.
Now, let me save you some time.
Okay.
Because this took a while. I'm not going to make you listen to it.
Okay.
But I
thank
will
you.
tell you what happened.
Okay.
So, she had, she called it dating. She had like a week-long hangout with this country singer. Right?
Okay.
Doing what adults will do. Right? Having a good time. He's got some stuff over her place.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, his name's Eric DeChurch, I believe. So he leaves one day, leaves a few things behind because what the fuck? Like,
Yeah,
he's a country music singer. He doesn't give a shit where his stuff is, right? So he leaves some things behind, including a wallet, and he ghosts her for a few days.
Okay.
Now this is not what she portrays in the video. What she portrays in the video is that he left his wallet at her apartment that morning.
Mm-hmm.
And she tried to get a hold of him and his mom to let him know, and let his mom know that his wallet was behind.
Sure.
And his people reached out and were like, hey, we'll come pick up his wallet for him. And she's like, no, I will only give it to him. It's his wallet. And then they called the police because she wouldn't give the wallet. So she had to deal with the police at her door. And it's just this whole thing. And the problem that she's having is, why would this happen? We really get along. We've been dating for a little while. Like, I don't understand why he wouldn't just come get the wallet himself. Why would this be such an issue? As it turns out, she believes that it's a publicity stunt because he's got an album coming out next week. So he's trying to use her. He hired a photographer, she thinks, to snap a photo of her with the police to make sure that goes public, that they were dating. Okay. I don't know how that would work. Personally, I was trying to figure it out as I was listening to it. It's really impossible.
This is a stupid plan. Oh,
it's a really shit plan.
Yeah.
It's a shit plan to think is happening to you, and the whole thing just reeks of shit. So she says it's a publicity stunt a lot.
Okay.
For about 15 minutes. It was confusing. It went nowhere. And
her lawyers wanted her to say that?
I don't know. I doubt lawyers were involved from her end. She just needs attention.
Oh.
Really?
Okay.
She just needs the attention. So, he decides to respond.
What is a press release, dog? I'm from Tennessee. I don't even know what press release. What the fuck? What is a picture of yo ass gonna help me sell more albums? I don't think so.
So he doesn't understand what's happening. Now, he made a bunch of videos responding. She sent a couple videos back. Really just nonsense. Neither of them talking to each other, but both of them talking to their fans about the. I don't understand.
Oh my god!
They're like, it's just it's a world I really hate.
Yeah, Muhammad was right. Muhammad was right. Just to end it all. This is terrible.
Just call it. Throw in the towel.
Western culture is the end.
So
it was fun while it lasted. Let's get it out of here.
So he has fun making some content off of this for like just one night, right? He's probably live streaming or whatever he's doing. And eventually, DC, I was really happy because he did stumble into some humor. Now you'll have to take one or two little jokes in this sentence or two that kind of suck. You got to deal with that, but it's worth it in the end. So
sure.
Here's a little bit of humor from Eric about her after talking about like her domestic abuse and stuff. He's like, yeah, this girl. She's insane. I didn't want to deal with her. I'm not going back over there. What are you, crazy? The last guy that went over there got punched in the head and lost his career. I ain't going over there again. It's pretty funny. So he closes it with this.
Trevor, we must call someone to take a photo. Of course we should. We should call the police. The police. We should get a photographer named Anthony who has a sparkly scarf, and we'll get him to hide in the parking garage and snap a photo. I mean, I do have an album coming out soon. Oh dear, what would my album do if I didn't have a photo of that?
It's a good point. I thought that was
Yeah,
good.
that was too try-hardy. I think he lost his career.
Yeah.
He lost his career in responding. Why would you? The first response was great. What is a press release? Why would I need a photograph to sell more albums? I don't think so. Just leave it at that.
I thought that was funny.
Yeah, he's a fool.
The next clip. Don't watch all of it. He's really stupid. Maybe you know what? Maybe that was the silver lining. I had watched like 5 minutes of his shit.
Oh
and
boy!
Then
if it was worse,
like,
if that.
Oh, there was way worse shit than that. That was the best of it.
Oh man, I hate everybody.
He
I hate all these
to have
people.
The career either. Yeah, he doesn't deserve the career either. So, for some reason that I'll never understand, she goes on a podcast with Luis J. Gomez from Legionist Gangs and Compound Media, and Tony Hinchcliffe, who literally roasts comedians for a living.
I'm sure they were nice to her. I'm sure they were nice.
Of course. So they wanted to learn a little bit more about our league.
You're like a YouTube star, right? Or something like that?
Ish. I'm just a comedian. And then I just did YouTube stuff because they wanted me to post videos on YouTube.
Do you make money off of YouTube?
I'm doing good. Like, I'm not a YouTuber. That's like a thing. I'm literally I was a stand-up comic for a very long time. Got in a bad car accident, so I couldn't do stand-up because I couldn't stand up. And then I was like, well, I can film myself.
That's a good opener.
You just include one of your jokes on the show just now.
I didn't. No.
Right.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
You got DC to laugh, and yeah, you did.
You did. It was a good one.
So, DC, during that clip, Tony Hinchcliffe, he noticed something that she said, and he wanted to dive into that a little.
But there's a thing, like, if someone says you're, like, successful from YouTube where you seem to...
She did get defensive.
Oh, I hate that.
You're like, no, I'm a comedian. Totally a comedian.
I'm a comedian. So, Tony's not done. He would like to know more.
Mm-hmm.
You would admit, though, that your drawing power comes directly from YouTube, right?
From Facebook more. Like Facebook and Instagram more.
Oh, you put a lot of the stand-up content out.
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool.
Tony's the best. Luis J. Gomez, however, not the best, gets owned in our next clip.
Uh-oh.
You got some success off YouTube, and you don't want to be considered a YouTuber now, so now you're doing stand-up shows exclusively, or you're still doing YouTube videos? You are.
No, I never really did YouTube videos. I just threw my shit on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram, and then most people watch
But it's
it
in
on
the
Facebook.
style of the fucking, vlog, like 2-camera cuts between things.
Just
like
one
that's
camera.
Oh, just one camera, Lewis. Get fucked.
Yeah, just one.
You're totally wrong about what she's up to.
Yeah. You totally thought she was way more professional than she really is. Just one, bucko.
DC, I'm glad somebody put captions under this next clip because this is my favorite clip, proving how smart.
Whoa.
That's why is it the two words I fucked up in the last 3 weeks?
Smart, and illiterate.
Illiterate. Ridiculous that those two words are where I fuck up. She is smart. This is my favorite clip.
I love this conversation because I love that comics because I came from doing stand-up for every years.
For every years.
So, does she have a boyfriend?
Do you have a boyfriend, Nicole?
Maybe.
Do you?
Whoa.
Maybe.
No, you know what it is? She doesn't want to say it because she knows that'll fuck it. She does have a boyfriend. Here's what happened. I know exactly what happened.
I know exactly too.
The reason you don't talk about your boyfriend is because you know that it'll fucking turn off a certain sect of your fan base.
It literally doesn't.
Wow. DC, do you think the boys believe that?
Probably not. I believe it. I mean, she's hot enough that boyfriend or not, people are going to be thirsty, so it's fine. She could be married, and her fan base would be just fine.
She thinks that 55% of her fan base is women.
Yeah, well, maybe. She
says yes, they say no, so they decide, well, this was a fun conversation, but we're not done with it. Let's investigate. Pull up her Instagram on the TV screen here. Let's pick one of the most recent pictures or something, inanimate object or landscape or whatever it is they look at. 7,000 likes. Very impressive. Let's go to the first picture back where she's looking really hot. 24,000 likes. Now that could be women, but let's check the comments.
And then Ben Richard says, "I'm jerking off so hard right
Ryan, Mr. Raza, Mr. Arif.
Oh, this is so dumb.
There's a lot of misters in there.
Rick.
That's great.
Tony Hitchcliffe kills me. All right, my last clip, DC, for her, because I love my honorary so much. We need to go. We need to go to them. My last clip, I couldn't do this whole thing without letting you hear a stand-up joke. Right? She's done real stand-up shows.
Oh, yeah, I heard her car crash couldn't stand up joke. It was great. I can't wait for more.
Here's another one.
I'm sorry, I'm getting so distracted by the lights on my dress and it's shimmery and all these people because I have ADD, actually. And I remember when my doctor was trying to explain it to me, all I could think in the back of my head was, do you ever wonder if there's a Canada town in China?
Oh. Well, I do now. Thank you. I do now wonder that.
I almost put that clip in the middle, and I was like, no, I want DC's eye roll to close this segment.
Oh, that hurt. That one hurt. That was painful. Thank you.
I'm glad. All right, so there you go.
Who let her do that? Who thought
she had
that
like a
was going to be a
5-minute
good
set?
idea?
It had to have been like a huge variety show. It was. I watched the whole set. It was like fun.
Oh, man.
Unless they cut a lot of it out, which would make sense. Could have been a half-hour set. Cut it to 5.
That's rough.
That got a big laugh, by the way. That joke.
It did.
Got a big laugh.
Well, her fans are all the ones buying the tickets. That's how this.
There was a lot of old people in the audience, and they thought it was music. Pretty good stuff there, DC. All right, let's move into my first honorary, which is an article. Well, it's a lady that wrote an article, and it is inspiring, DC. The article: nothing beats the buzz of sneaking around behind a partner's back, or the rush of adrenaline from the fear of being caught in the act. Now, our lady, the author, whose name I refused to learn,
that's racist.
She's written an article about how every woman, at least once in her life, should cheat on their husband to feel the exhilaration because it'll make you feel younger. Well, we'll get into it here.
Okay.
Every woman should try it at least once in their lives. More than a quarter of women who cheat feel more attractive, and 22% feel younger, according to a study by Affairs website.
Wait, hold on. Say those stats. Say those stats again.
Let's see.
She's trying to convince people. Okay.
Yeah. A quarter of women who cheat feel more attractive, and 22% feel younger.
Okay, so 75 don't feel more attractive, and 78% don't feel younger. So
that's correct.
Oh my God! Good job. Way to use stats horrifically.
She says that comes as no surprise to me. My affair made my skin glow, and I felt both youthful and energized. I didn't need Botox or a gym membership when I had my bite on the side. I was in a steady but mundane relationship with James, in quotes, when my head was turned 4 years ago by a married man at work. It was not enough that I was. It was not as though I was looking to cheat, but after a year with James, the initial spark had fizzled out. 1 year.
1 year?
1 year. 1 year. In the early days, he lavished me. In the early days, they've been married 1 year.
Early days. How fucking old is this lady?
Well, I'll show you in a second. In the early days, he lavished me with meals in fancy restaurants, bought me flowers, and made me feel like the center of his universe. I had never met a man who was completely obsessed with my happiness. And then, DC, she met Andrew. Now, who is this lady? Let's find out.
Do you imagine getting cheated on by that?
I literally cannot.
That cheats on you. You would have to kill yourself.
Too many fancy restaurants in the first year, my guess.
Way too many. No, actually, no. Not enough fancy restaurants, because their shit is small portions. Fancy restaurants, you get like a steak, and they'll give you like a 1 inch by 1 inch cube of steak. Oh my God. Too many
if they
buffets.
had fancy restaurants for every meal, she would never have gone to McDonald's.
True. Yeah, I think that's too many buffets.
Now, she meets Andrew, and Andrew is just a dream for her. There she is again.
Oh, yeah. Sexy underwear is what that said above that.
Yeah, she talks about her sexy underwear. So, she goes in disgusting detail because her picture's there. It wouldn't be that disgusting detail if her picture wasn't there, but because it is there, it's awful detail about her sex life with Andrew. And eventually, we get down to her talking about going beyond the missionary position, DC, and getting out of her sex comfort zone. It was invigorating.
Okay.
I lost all of my inhibitions. Oh, that's good looking right there. I lost all of my inhibitions when we were together. In time, Andrew patched things up with his wife and called time on our affair. No shit. No shit to part 1. Let's move on to part 2. It had lasted 3 incredible months. No
Jesus
shit.
Christ. So a quarter of the time that you had your first relationship.
That's right. I missed the rush of endorphins, and by the time my relationship with James was sexless and dead. 3 months on, and after 2 years together, James ended things between us as well.
Yes. Good job,
shit.
James.
He had no
Good job,
idea about
James.
my affair, or if he did, he didn't show suspicions. Maybe he was getting his kicks elsewhere too. I did not fall apart when our relationship ended because my affair with Andrew had shown me that I deserved better. Really? Interesting. Although I've been on dates since, I am 46 now and still searching for the one, which has been tough through the pandemic. It was tough long before the pandemic for you.
But it is harder without bars. She's right. She is right. It is harder without that.
Of course, I would much sooner be in a happy relationship with a man who fulfills all my needs and worships the ground I walk on, but I would not rule out cheating again. So women, never say never to infidelity, because if you are being taken for granted and your fellow will not listen, then it's fair game. And DC, what was the real point of this article? The real point of
I
this
slept with 2 guys, everybody. Hey.
Yep. That is one really important piece she'd like you to know. Part 2 is the last line. And you can delete everything else in here. And just replace it with this. And add a couple words at the end, which I'll do. Men cheat all the time, so why can't we? Because we can also be shitheads. That's the whole point of the entire article. Was, I wanted to do it. Okay, that was enough. We got it.
Yeah. Great. And it worked out for you and it made you happier and you feel fulfilled as a person? Awesome. You the guy you picked ended up like everybody else not wanting to fuck you? Great. I'm sure Andrew will get there eventually. In fact, I don't believe Andrew is a real person.
Well, she did say Andrew's back together with his wife, so she actually already admitted that Andrew broke up with her right away. So,
yeah.
She's just a mess. Let's move on to another lady, DC. A Florida mom showed up to her daughter's middle school with a boxing glove.
I heard about this. Yep.
Edith Riddle.
One county over. I'm just kidding.
Edith Riddle, 34 of Jacksonville, was arrested on a child abuse charge stemming from the alleged beatdown last week at DuPont Middle School. Police say a school safety officer heard a frantic announcement over the school's radio system about a fight outside the cafeteria. When he got there, he found Riddle in a physical altercation with a female student. Riddle had been on campus for a meeting with the vice principal and her daughter, cops said. Rather than exiting the building afterwards, the daughter made a beeline for the cafeteria to fight the girl. Witnesses told police Riddle's daughter showed up and threw some punches before the mom also allegedly began walloping the victim in a middle school. Bizarrely, a bystander told authorities the mom appeared to have a boxing glove on her left hand. Riddle already had the glove on when she arrived at campus, insisting it was super glued to her wrist and that she could not remove it. The girl suffered bruises on her knees and forearms. She was later taken to the hospital for a follow-up. Her parents want charges filed. No shit.
God damn it. This story is pathetic on every single level. Girls fighting, please have some class, ladies. Leave that to the boys. You can watch a fight any day. Just, ruin their lives with petty gossip like you're good at. But the mom coming to fight a middle school girl for the honor of her daughter, also a stupid decision. One boxing glove. That's the best part to me.
Super glued to her wrist.
Super glued to her wrist. That way, actually, you know what? It might be smart because she has to punch with the boxing gloved hand. At least she had that much morality that she knew, I can't go full fist on a middle schooler, but if I put a boxing glove on, it'll be like halfway between assault and a pillow fight, right? So I'll show up, but I'm going to keep one hand free so that I can Muay Thai clinch the back of her neck and then just but that was her plan. The fourth bad thing that happened is that everybody involved was a woman. So the injuries involved bruised fucking knees and forearms. How the fuck do you get bruised knees and forearms in a fight? No broken nose, no broken hands, no, bloody lips, no missing teeth.
How weak an adult are you that you punch a middle schooler and don't break something on them?
Yeah. No, they fell. They probably got grabbed. They fell to their knees on a cement surface and bruised their knees up. And forearms, you got me. Who the fuck knows? Maybe she was blocking. Maybe she had good form. Maybe she was blocking all these punching attempts.
She looks little. She looks little too. The middle schooler might have been bigger at that point.
That's true. It's Jacksonville, Florida. So who knows what kind of Bessie she was fighting at the time. Could have been anybody. That's
right.
great. That's a great one, Casey.
Next up,
keep them coming.
There's a girl on TikTok apparently named Addison Rae. And
that checks out.
Addison, yeah, right. Addison does dances and whatever the fuck people do on TikTok. Yeah. This video is from 2020, and she's out on the streets of, I think, LA doing a TikTok when some fans spot her, and they want to come up and get a picture with her, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And she's very busy at the time, so she's just got to finish up what she's doing, time sensitive, and this is a fun watch. Addison Rae, nice lady.
Can I take a picture with you? Oh yeah, of course. Here, let me do this TikTok really quick.
Yeah, I'll get out of it.
Oh.
Oh my god.
On second thought, I don't want a picture with you. I think I just matured. Like right now, it's amazing. It's a miracle. I'm out of here.
This is fucking great. Now, there was a guy with that group of ladies, and you might think, well, look at that poor gentleman. He must be miserable out there.
Or gay.
Or that.
Yeah.
He's not miserable. In fact, he wants his picture with Addison as well. And DC, I've never seen anyone do this before. Maybe girls do it and I don't notice. He's definitely in the content game himself, because the angle game he does with his head in this photo opportunity is vomit-inducing. Pay attention.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh boy, he got all the angles.
He got all the angles. I wanted to throw myself out the window when I saw that the first time.
Yeah, he's a think-aheader, that's for sure.
Another video from TikTok, DC. TikTok white girl has a lesson for racism. For you, racist.
Just a reminder that whiteness can still be the culprit, even if a hate crime is committed by another minority.
We know.
White supremacy has many mouthpieces. Don't underestimate that.
I won't. I'm sorry. Can I please go back to work and make my money now? Please. I just want to go to work and make money. Please. I have only so much energy left. I promise I'll keep paying my taxes. I promise I will keep funding all these crazy new and things that you come up with. Just please let me go back to work, please. Oh my god.
You're not allowed to go back to work. Please sit down and listen. DC, finally. We have a dash cam video from a police car in New Jersey.
Sweet.
Yep. Some of the best video on the internet. Car pulled off to the side of the road. Skip through the boring stuff. It's a group of students on break being pulled over for overly tinted windows. The driver of the car had let the registration expire, hadn't renewed it, so cop wasn't busting their balls too bad, giving him a ticket. Car's got to get towed. It's not street legal. Call one of your parents. Sorry, but go pick the car up, whatever. So, their ride, one of the parents arrives to pick them up, and she makes her presence felt right away.
Need to give us a receipt or something. Like, how are they going to know that this one?
This is the receipt. This goes on file.
Hi, I'm Karen Turner.
Oh,
I'm a resident. Here you go.
It's fine. I don't need that.
Okay, fine. I'm Karen Turner.
You're just here as the ride, right?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm here as a concerned citizen and friend of the mayor, and been in Tenafly for 20 years. I take full responsibility for them. And what is the reason they were pulled over?
Oh, man. She thought she was helping. They always do. They always do.
She helps.
They always do.
Who is Karen Turner? And by the way, in a minor upset, Karen with a C.
Oh, yeah. Karen, that's extra spicy. Karen with a C. Don't fuck with Karen with a C.
Let's find out who Karen is.
That is my ID, and that is my business card. I am the commissioner of the Port Authority, and I'm heading up over 4,000 police officers.
She's what? At the Port Authority?
Commissioner of the Port Authority, heading up over 4,000 police officers. So,
Great.
in this next clip, as you come to find out, she gets it.
Well, I think there's a problem.
An unregistered vehicle.
Okay, let's hear why were they pulled over, first of all?
Miss.
Now, don't call me Miss. I'm Commissioner. Thank you.
Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe I was wrong.
That's fine. The only here's you if you want to know who has all the power, it's white women. If as soon as everybody understands that, everybody will be much happier. Wherever they go, everybody else goes. And if you don't like where things are going, get your white women under control. Look around you, see where your white women are at. If they're acting out, get them under control.
Correct.
They're rocking the boat.
Behavior.
Correct the behavior. They're rocking the boat. It is commissioner. It is ma'am. That's where it leads. I can do it too. I'm a big man. I don't get enough respect. Now I'm a big woman. What you think about that? It's ma'am now. Instant respect and apologies for everywhere she goes.
That's right.
That's where all the power is.
That's right.
Lord.
So 2 more clips, DC, and then I turn it over to you.
Okay.
The cop has an idea for how she can resolve the situation, and is also marginally confused by her involvement in it.
Yeah.
You know what?
If you'd like to read my report, you can come down to the police department records on Monday, and you can get a copy of it.
And you can't...
I am under... There is no... You have no right to know what's going on.
No, I do.
No. Explain to me why.
Because these are 4 people that I have
You're
to take responsibility.
Why do you have to take responsibility? They're all adults.
That's my daughter.
And she's a backseat passenger. She's a backseat passenger.
And there's a problem with you describing it because you don't feel confident. Why these people are being pulled over?
Your daughter has not been summoned. She was not the driver. This is not her vehicle. It's not your vehicle. How are you involved?
But this is not...
She told you. She is the backseat girl's mother, who now will never be invited to anything. She's made sure of that.
Never. And speaking of not being invited, DC, I feel like Karen may have been invited back to work had this last clip not happened. And let's always remember that a gentleman gets the last word.
Shocking that you can't even give me a sense.
I think we should conclude this.
I will.
Just for safety reasons, this is a high-speed road. I think we should all get off of the road. A little bit dangerous for us being out here as long as we were
Thank
anyway.
Thank you for your concern with my safety.
Okay.
I don't need it. You can't put a sentence together. Sorry.
Okay.
That's pathetic. Okay. And you are a disappointment. And you are just following him. So you are also a disappointment. Okay. You can't put together a sentence of what the problem is.
Now? Are you finished, ma'am?
I'm shocked. I'm shocked and very disappointed. Thank you for your help.
You may take them now.
You may not tell me when to take my child. You may shut the fuck up and not tell me when I may take my kids and her friends who are PhD students from MIT and Yale. Okay. You may tell me nothing because you've told me nothing. Shame on both of you. Okay. I will be talking to the chief of police.
Please.
And I will be speaking to the mayor.
Badge number 540.
Gentleman always gets the last word.
Yeah.
There you go, DC. My honorary ladies in Nicole Arbour.
That was fantastic. And you know what? Those who feel disenfranchised by the police, take notes. Do that, and you will get away with it. Just sit there and be snappy in their face. You'll get away with that all day.
That's right.
Just don't wrestle them. Just don't try
don't wrestle.
Just don't try to wrestle them, and then it'll work out. Okay, Casey, I've got a slew of ladies myself. Let's start with Casey. The best part of a gun. You know what the best part of a gun is, don't you?
I mean, the barrel or the.
Oh, Casey, it's the recoil, baby. Oh yeah.
Oh, that hit hard.
That hit hard. That was nice. Got that rump moving. That was great. All right, number 2. That was just to clear our palates. For this whole thing. All right. Casey, we're gonna play a game. Go ahead and play the next clip. You'll like this. Will that stick hold? It's the name of the game. Casey, what do you think?
No.
All right, play the next clip.
Coco, help! What are you
You're
doing,
wrong,
kid?
Casey. It did hold.
It did. It made it. The stick
It
was
did hold.
fine.
Yep, I knew you were going to say that, so I plan to have the thumbs down in your face.
Oh, god damn it!
All right, Casey. The next clip. Go ahead and play the next clip for me.
Oh, she was in the beginning.
I've seen this one.
Oh, she looks like drunk.
One more. No.
How in the fuck do you not put your hand out after the second one? After the, I'll forgive after the first one. You're so embarrassed you just need to get out of there. But once you've smacked your face twice, how are you going into the third attempt without a hand firmly in front of you? You deserved every one of those 3 smacks in the face in the glass, you idiot. All right, Casey, in the next clip, I want you to watch the dog carefully. Because there are 3 ladies, honorary ladies, but watch the dog and kind of give some play-by-play, what this dog must be thinking.
All right. The lady's running and jumping in slow motion. The dog panicking. Oh! What the fuck is happening right now? They're all doing cartwheels. All the talking.
Boo to the camera person for not doing that in landscape. How dare you?
Great.
Portrait never.
First off, the dog was terrified and fucked up all the cartwheels.
Yes, it was.
Great job.
Casey, this next video has a little bit of a soundtrack to it, but I'm convinced that this song was 100% written about this girl. She's that good. Oh, and also this is the athletics section of my honoraries. The last 2 are athletic based to lead into my lady of the night. So enjoy the fine, the perfection that is women's athletics. Go ahead.
Hey, she's a runner, she's a track star. She gon' run away when it gets hard. She can't take the.
That might have been the worst triple jump attempt of all time.
I can barely jog, and I'm in pain for like 3 weeks on my knee right now. I could do better right now than that. And she trained.
You could do better than that. Yeah.
She trained.
This next video, I don't think you could do better than her, but everybody else in this race did. So go ahead and play this next one. Oh, also this at the end of this video is the biggest lie ever told. So see if you can catch that.
Let's go, Esme!
Let's go, Esme!
Keep going, finish strong!
Keep going!
Yes,
She's not going to make it over. Oh, she had commitment.
Let's go, Esme!
Oh, the commitment to that was awesome.
You got this. You got this at the end. No, she does not.
She doesn't have it, but golly, is she going to try?
Also, Casey, I would love an ISO of the crowd's gasp. Can you go back to just when she hits that last hurdle and the whole crowd just gasps? I want that ISO'd because it's fantastic.
That's a sound effect from a movie.
That's perfect.
Great.
It's absolutely perfect.
By the way, speaking of sound effects, there was a sound effect that we're gonna have to pull out of my video as well. I'll play it for you here.
This is gonna suck. This is gonna suck.
Yeah, we're gonna do that.
We're gonna be using that one too.
Absolutely. Next ladies of the night, we're using that. Holy shit, that's great. Okay.
Let's go, Esme! You got this!
You got this. Casey, without further ado, I know you're familiar with my lady, as may be all the person listening to this right now. It is Fallon Fox. Fallon Fox was born in Toledo, Ohio in 75, I want to say.
Wow.
Maybe 70. Yeah. So when she was 37, she got into mixed martial arts, which was a lifetime dream of hers. Like I said, she was born in Toledo, Ohio. She joined the Navy almost right out of high school. And after leaving the Navy was a truck driver, actually, which is crazy, to be able to afford her dreams. That dream was to be an MMA fighter. If you would please play the next video. This is her second fight. The first fight ended with the girl getting her, the girl Fallon Fox was fighting. She was great right from the beginning. She took over the division. This girl she was fighting actually dislocated her elbow, trying to block one of Fallon Fox's ground and pound slams.
Wow,
so she
that's
was
power.
She's powerful.
Florida
She's real powerful.
mom can learn a thing or two.
She could learn a thing or three. And so Fallon Fox obviously wins by TKO injury. And this is her second fight. Please play the clip for me.
Erica. Oh, wow. Erica Newsom goes for the takedown. Fallon Fox is.
This is 30 seconds into the first round.
Good throws and reversals by both fighters. These girls are getting right into it. Fox delivering the knees, and that's it. Fallon Fox.
Oh, bad defending, I got to say, on the part of, what was her name? Erica Newsom. Erica Newsom, I think, got kneed in the face so hard that it turned her retarded. This is her on...
Erica knew some shit before that knee hit her in the face.
Erica Newsom, seriously, I think that knee gave her Down syndrome. This is her on a talk show just a week after the fight.
But first, Erica, I want to, you did just get kneed to the chin just 7 days ago. First off, how are you doing? That looked pretty brutal.
Listen to her
I
voice.
feel fine. Great.
You feel fine. I know that if you're an MMA fighter, you're pretty tough. But I wonder what you think in the wake of this. At the time of the fight, you didn't know that Fallon Fox was born a man.
That's right. Fallon Fox was a dude. I think born Fallon Fox. I tried to get her dead name, and I could not find it anywhere. Anywhere.
Really?
Yeah, his dead name is more secret than Jennifer Lawrence's sexual preferences. Like, I know all of hers. All of hers. Just from a leak that she couldn't get removed, but apparently his birth name was Fallon Fox, because I just want to assume that. It's just as likely. I mean, he probably had some
It's not a real
parents.
name for either gender, so...
Correct. So Fallon was born. He married his high school sweetheart at 19 because she was pregnant with their daughter. And then after the Navy thought, maybe
is a guy, a seaman. Nice.
Yep. All the seamen made him think, maybe I'm gay, but he learned a new phrase when he was 27, transgender. He'd never heard about that, apparently, before he was 27. But he heard about it, and then he thought, yeah, that's me. I want to be a woman, and also I want to fight women, more importantly, because my MMA career right now as a man, which he did have before transitioning, was not going great. He was not great at it, and he saw his window. And a lady always takes advantage of open windows, right? We've all seen. So he's beating women savagely. Actually, play the next video.
DC. It's fine. By the way,
she's beating women.
So
savagely.
I was wondering if the broadcast team on that clip knew, because they said the other fighter didn't know. So the broadcast team probably didn't know either, because he's just like, these girls really going at it.
So he became she, and then fought the first two girls under the assumption that he was actually a woman. He never told anybody. And the difference between Florida's regulation and California's regulation for MMA let him under the radar, I guess. And so literally won this fight, kneed the shit out of her, concussed her, like I said, knocked her retarded, and had to come out with, yes, I'm actually a man. And then they're interviewing her. The back half of this interview is maybe the single funniest / saddest thing I've ever seen.
Why do you think that that's important for you or any other opponent of Fox's to know?
So we are aware and be able to be better prepared for the situation.
What do you think you need to be better prepared for?
Well, just knowing that, help me here.
What? Help me here.
How to be better prepared to
for
fight
man
a
hands.
To
For
fight a
man hands. Oh my God. This poor lady. They're like, she's trying so hard not to undo all of the civil rights momentum that's come here, that's gotten to this point. She's like, maybe be prepared for the situation of all the muscles. All the muscles that we don't. Oh God.
Maybe
help me out here.
To be ready for the
pain.
Body that's been doing carpentry projects.
Yeah.
For her whole life.
For being prepared for a short right jab that will knock me into next week. Being prepared for that, really. There's no way to prepare for anything more than that. If she throws an uppercut, I am done. I will die.
It'd be like me fighting a UFC heavyweight and then somebody asking me after, be like, what weren't you prepared for? Be like,
yeah.
Well, let's see. Somebody help me out here.
I wasn't prepared. I wasn't prepared to wake up. I was very confused. I was very confused when I woke up. I was not prepared for that. I didn't know what to do in that situation, but it kicked in.
Aside from that, everything went to plan.
Yeah, it kicked in, and then so did the pain.
That's right.
So yeah, she goes on, but kind of after that second fight, and now it's out that she's a man. I think the pressure got to her because she went into the next fight against a woman who actually was skilled in the ground game. So by the end of the fight, I mean, this woman was getting peppered by fist after fist after fist, but she had enough technical ability that Fallon gassed by the end of the fight. Nice. And she could not defend a gust of wind. Like everything was getting in. So this girl was on top of her, just kind of like, with shots that were never going to knock her out in a million years. It would never have actually knocked her out, but she couldn't couldn't intelligently defend herself because she had no energy because she's bad. She was a bad male MMA fighter to begin with.
Why couldn't that have been a more integral word to your presentation? Why did you have to fuck up MMA? That's disappointing.
MMA.
That wasn't smart.
I wasn't smart at all. I feel very illiterate. So Fallon runs into the wall of attrition, right, in her next fight, not able to block anything. Lady comes back, but a lady always comes back strong, Casey. And I think her fighting may have even inspired some people.
Loses position because of it. And this is not a good position to be in. Fallon can drill the knees from here, work the elbows from here. What's she looking for, Pat? Going up north-south, probably looking for the north-south choke. Yeah, she's looking for it. She's going to lock it up. Oh, shin across the throat, knee on the throat. Knee on the jugular!
Oh, I think someone was watching.
Oh, no.
That was a good technique. I think someone was watching her fight. Casey, Joe Rogan even weighed in pretty soon after it came out. He's very very high up in the MMA world as far as opinions go and the weight of them. He weighs in, and somehow, like Joe Rogan is one of the funniest people on earth, but somehow it's funnier hearing this next YouTuber read Joe's quote. If you would play the next video.
I say, if you had a dick at one point in time, you also have all the bone structure that comes with having a dick.
Correct.
That's great.
True words.
Like that. I want that guy to read everything I've ever read instead of me.
Now, Casey, Fallon. So Fallon had 2 wins in devastating fashion, a loss of just, attrition, but she comes back strong. Fucking just knees that girl's throat with her arm on the other side and just squeezes the life out of her with sheer grip.
You
could say manhandled. The fucking root of that being man-hand. So she, just with the sheer grip strength, pulls this lady's neck into her shin and chokes her out. She could do nothing about it. Nothing. And then Fallon wins another fight against somebody that just bloodied the shit out of her and got one sixth and last fight in her career that only spanned for 2 years. But she won in devastating fashion, as you can imagine. And after the fight, her opponent, Tamika spelled Tamikka, Tamika Brents, said, "I fought a lot of women and have never felt the strength that I felt in a fight as I did that night. I can't answer whether that's because she was born a man or not, because I'm not a doctor." You don't need to be a doctor. You can say it. Go ahead.
You don't have to tell us. We know. Yeah.
We know why. Everybody knows why. But she goes on, "I can only say I've never felt so overpowered ever in my life, and I am abnormally strong for a female in my own right. I still disagree with Fox fighting. Any other job or career, I say have a go at it. But when it comes to combat sports, I think it just isn't fair." Well, that's a little bit of sour grapes, don't you think?
Yeah.
I think, you know what, that's a little bit of... Yeah, that's a little sour grapes, I think. Had she won the fight, she would have sung a different tune. Because then she just beat a man, like the third lady she fought. And I can't even remember her name, because she's an awful fighter, too. They're all awful, every single one. But I think this next clip, Casey, perfectly sums up all of this, if you would, for me.
She's getting her ass whooped by a man.
Yep. That's exactly right. That's exactly what happened.
Oh, my Lord.
Fallon Fox, everybody. A gem.
Gross. Yuck. Fucking yuck. Oh, DC, that was great. That was a really fun episode. I enjoyed that a lot.
That was very, very fun. Thank you for everybody who came. Thank you for everybody who's listening afterwards. We will see you tomorrow night.
Yeah, this very well should be up. And maybe you've watched it before the show Friday night. Maybe not. Maybe you're watching it Saturday or Sunday. But if it's Friday, then yeah, hang out with us at 11 o'clock. We'll have some beautiful gentlemen to bring in. It's gonna be a joy. DC, we'll see you tomorrow. Why don't you close it out?
All right, Casey. Again, 2 gems in just a world of muck and mire. But next month, that time of the month, Casey, it just really does something for me. I can't wait.
Meeting adjourned.